sports. It's in the game.
Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Pacheco. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Here is 3rd and 5. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27th. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Now it's Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Pacheco once again. Down the left sideline. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Running left to give to Pacheco. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Hunt. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hunt. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kareem Hunt punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. They go play action with Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
4th down, here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Jackson now. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 32 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules... It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Channing Tindall. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Tua. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown Dolphins. Anthony Schwartz, 43 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind out the first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Eluding the pressure right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again to Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On second down, a run by Achane. And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've always got to remember that once the ball's in the air, the defender has every right to go after it that a receiver does. And that was a battle for positioning on that play. And in the end, he's able to force the incomplete pass.
It got his man complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Tua now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On second down, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
To throw is Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Achane on 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Mostert fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, it's Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Achane gets it from the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Tua. Short throw to Smith. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing Tua. This is caught by Waddle. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 36 yards. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They begin with Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Tua. Connecting with Hill, and he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
Here comes second down. Here's Tua. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Tua to throw. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Hurts throwing right away. They'll roll him out right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. 42 yards. And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
4th down, here's Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
In motion right is Brown.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. Now inside the 25. Devontae Smith, touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 49 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. And now it's blocked. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
On the ground with a tight end. And take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. C.J. Uzomah taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with him. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman on a touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make the big play and disrupt things. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Henry up the middle. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Jackson on first down. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Play action. It's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again to Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Henry looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. And nothing there after the catch, but he does get this down to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many...
And it'll be intercepted.
Oh, some strong running. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
We have played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Baltimore. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
31 yards.
And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
Rolling to his right.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Connecting with Andrews.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Jackson.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by... Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play call.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then hand.
That is intercepted. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Hurts throwing right away. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 57 yards. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They go play action with Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Throw caught by Flowers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 32 yards. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's Hurts to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll send Brown in motion right.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He's going to get it again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Flushed out right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down,
Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Get all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley from 19 yards away. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is how you answer a touchdown on the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
On the move to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Steps away to his left. Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. Aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Inside handoff, Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
This 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Henry. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Henry up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Nolan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On first down, Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself.
Down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on the National Football League on EA Sports.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's first down. Jackson to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's first and 10.
Again to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Now Jackson.
Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Derrick Henry. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Jackson.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Another try, second and 10 now.
Back to throw again. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On third down, Barkley. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that changes everything here in OT. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 93 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's got it to about the 40. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. To the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. A first down carry for Henry. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Henry again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's a 1-yard touchdown run.